Let's see leetcode problem 509 Fibonacci number. First we will understand the problem statement and understand the approach. Okay, so first is an brute force approach and second is an optimal approach, and then we will discuss the code and try run the code also. So let's start. Let's understand the problem statement. We are seeing the Fibonacci number. Okay, 509 problem on leetcode. So problem is that suppose n is given 2. Okay, so n is given 2, and here f of 0 is 0 and f of 1 is 1, and here f of n is equal, this is given in formula, f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. So here n is given 2, so f of n means f of 2 is equal to f of n minus 1. F of n minus 1 means f of 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, so I will write here f of 1, and here f of n minus 2 means here 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. So f of 2 minus 2 0, f of 0. Okay, so here f of 1 is given 1 and f of 0 is given 0. So here output becomes 2. Okay, so answer is also 1. So answer is output is 1. Okay, so this is given the problem. Okay, this is a problem statement. So here you will understand a better problem statement. Okay, so here is f of 1, f of 0, 1, these are the n values. Okay, these are the n values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so what is this is given. Okay, so f of 0 is 0 and f of 1 is 1. Okay, this is given. Okay, and here we have to find the f of 2. F of 2, this is a formula which I have told you here. So here f of 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1, f of 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. So f of 1 is we have known 1. Okay, so here 1 and here 0, so this is 1. Now here is the twist. Okay, so here is an f of n is given 3. Okay, n is given 3. So f of 3. Okay, so f of 3 is equal to n minus 1. N is 3, so n minus 1, 3 minus 1, and here 3 minus 2. So f of 2 and f of 1. Okay, so what is f of 2? Now we have calculated f of 2. F of 2 is 1. Okay, so here you can also see f of 2 is equal to 1. So we have here written 1. So, and plus f of 1 is 1, given 1. Okay, so 1, which is equal to 2. Now we will see, now n is given 5. Okay, so now n is given 5. So f of 5. So what is this? N minus 1 means 5 minus 1 4 and 5 minus 2 3. Okay, so here f of 4 plus f of 3. Okay, so f of 4, what is f of 4? F of 4 is 3. Okay, so we have written here 3, and f of 3, what is this? 2. Okay, here is f of 3 is equal to 2. So 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5, and we written f of 5 is equal to 5. Similarly 6 5 plus 8, 5 plus 3 8. Okay, and 7 8 plus 5 is equal to 13, and 8 is equal to 13 plus 8, which is equal to 21. We have to calculate like this. Okay, so this can be solved by using many approaches like hash map and recursion and dynamic programming memorization. Okay, so now we are towards a recursion. Okay, so I will teach you by recursion. Okay, afterwards in the series of 100 days of code DSA challenge, I will also teach in the dynamic programming. Okay, so DP. Okay, so this can be efficiently solved by using DP. Okay, memorization. So now we will see by recursion. Okay, this is a simple code you can see here. Let's take n is equal to 5. Okay, first of all, what we will write? We will write if n is equal to 0, then we have to simply return 0, and if n is equal to 1, then simply we have to return 1. Okay, so now n is given 5. So what we will do? Simply we will break it into two parts, 4 and 3. Okay, now what we will do? We will again call the same function. Okay, we are using recursion. So 4 is broken down into 3 into 2. Okay, so again 3 is broken down into 2 and 1, means n minus 1 and n minus 2. Okay, so this is broken down like this. Okay, 4 is broken down into 2, 3 is broken down into 2, and 2 is broken down into 2, and again 2 is broken down into 2, up to 1 and 0. We have known the value of 1 is 1 and 0 is 2. Okay, so up till last we have to do. But here problem is that in the recursion we are finding again and again. 2 and 1 is we have found. Okay, so 2 and 1 here we have to not calculate again and again. Okay, here also. So what we have to do? Simply we have to use dynamic programming memorization to solve this problem efficiently. This is also efficient solution. Okay, we have to build the foundation of recursion. So I am teaching by recursion. So these lines are I will say that you have understand this. Okay, so now here we will do simply use this one line. Okay, by using this one line we will solve this problem. Okay, so here f of n minus 1 plus f, this is a simple formula. Okay, but what we will do? Simply we will call again and again its function itself only. Okay, So similarly here f of 4, so f of 4 is called and again broken down into 3 2. Okay, so 3 2 like this it will be broken down. Okay, so by using this approach we will solve the problem efficiently. Okay, so let's see the code of this problem. This is only the code, 3 lines code. I will also show it on the leetcode editor. Okay, and we will submit a problem. Okay, so this is a very simple problem. So let's go on leetcode screen. Let's understand the code for our approach. First we will check here if n is equal to 0, then simply we will return here 0, and if n is equal to 1, then simply we will return here 1. Okay, so now what we will do, we will write here return, again we will call the same function. So fib of n minus 1, sorry, n minus 1 plus fib of n minus 2. Okay, so let's compare the code. This is a 3-line code, very simple code. Okay, by using recursion. Okay, so our code is accepted, so let's submit the code. Okay, our code is also successfully submitted. Okay, so this was the code and this was the approach. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you liked my video, then like, share and subscribe. And this was our day 42 of 100 days of code DSA challenge, and we are at recursion easy level problems. Okay, so by some technical issues and by some my problems, so I doesn't continue the 100 days of code DSA challenge series. So I have taken the break. So from now onwards I will resume the this series. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you liked my video, then like, share and subscribe.